Hey, everybody.
Hey there. Good morning.
Welcome to day 2
of our Couples Academy's
Yes.
Facebook Live. Hope that you are up this morning. Some of you are on your drive time. Some of you are just getting out of bed. But wherever you are and whatever you're doing, tune in because we're about to give you something
We got some really
powerful.
good nuggets for you today. So listen, tune in, tune everything else out, and get ready to pick up some strong nuggets to help fortify your marriage today.
How you doing this morning?
Yeah.
Are you doing good? How's your relationship? That's what we're here to talk about.
Yes. And are you working from home with your spouse right across the way? Are they getting on your nerves? Or is it all good? Like many of our clients are saying that this has been the best reset that they have ever experienced in their relationship. They're talking, they're communicating. Good morning, George.
My
How
brother.
are you?
I don't know if you're in St. Kitts, you're in Antigua.
Where
you're
are you in the world?
Jamaica.
Yes,
You're
tell
somewhere,
us. How's everybody? But you know what? It has. COVID has been a blessing for many couples to reconnect and get established in their relationship. And guess what? We have some tips to help you do that and take it to the next level.
So as you're coming in, just let us know that you're here. Say good morning. Come on, give us some likes. We want you to share this. We want you to share this on your page if you're a part of any groups and in any communities, because we're going to take our time every single day to give you some nuggets that will get you not only through the day, but through the week. All right?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Hey, Aliska Hopper. How are you?
Hey
Good
there.
to see you this morning.
Hey there. Let us know where you're coming in from, too. When you come on and say, hey, let us know from where. George is in Antigua today.
Yes.
Hey, it's beautiful
Kimberly.
Over there, I bet. Hey,
Good
Kimberly.
morning, Kimberly. Good morning.
Oh, I love that blonde bang. I need to go blonde.
Calling from Virginia. All right.
VA. All right.
So today what we want to talk about is an important topic that I think many couples need to remember as we move forward in our relationships.
Yeah.
And we're talking about prioritizing your marriage. In essence, your marriage should be prioritized now. It's not a thing to consider doing in the future. It's something that you should consider doing now. Because next to God, marriage is your first priority. And, we often talk about the 5 principles of life. And in this order, God, marriage, family, work, and then leisure time, because we all need time for ourselves. But marriage should be at the top of the list. And a lot of times what happens is people are so single-minded in the way that they approach life that they don't give their spouse and they don't give their marriage the proper nourishment. We always hear the term, well, the grass is greener on the other side. Well, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Because they're watering their garden. You may not be.
Exactly.
Good morning, Lakeisha. Good to see you.
Yes.
And so we want to talk about this today. And we want to talk about the fact that there are certain laws that we must put in place or we must obey in order for us to prioritize our marriage.
And what a better time, because we are spending so much more time with each other, to actually learn how to engage with one another, right? So if you don't have these practices in place, you're not going to just turn them on out of nowhere. You're going to be doing what you've always done, just in a different environment, which makes it feel awkward, right? People keep talking about, oh, I can't wait till things go back to normal. This is the new normal. So we need to begin to implement different practices so that we can draw closer to each other. So practice number 1, or priority number 1, would be to sacrifice. Give up something for your partner. And all too often, we're just naturally self-centered as people. A lot of times we have to remind our spouse, hey, this is what I need. Or it could be a tug of war just to get your spouse to do the simplest things. Maybe a few months ago, it was that I did a love dare here on Couples Academy. And it was simple things like bring him a cup of coffee. That's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Or running to the store. We sacrifice for each other all the time. It's almost like it's a knee-jerk reaction for us. So we could go on and on. But what are some of the ways that you could think of that they could sacrifice for each other?
I think it's a posture. It's a lifestyle. It doesn't have to be some huge, big thing, some mountain that you have to overcome, but it's a disposition. And so, for instance, if I'm working and Danielle may say, hey, come and check my garden out. Now, I could be in the middle of reading something or working on something,
Facts.
but, what does it take 3, 4, 5 minutes to sacrifice my time to go and spend with my wife?
And you take a few moments. Like you're like, when I wrap up, but I'm happy to know that you probably could care less, but because I care, you will go and walk on over to my garden and take a look and laugh with me and enjoy with me. See, what ends up happening is that there's so much defiance going on inside of relationships that it is actually a chore for some to do something that simple. Get up and go see about something that matters to your partner and actually enjoy it with your partner. Not doing it begrudgingly or frustrated or in an annoyed way, but actually enjoying the moment with your partner means a lot.
It does. It does.
Man.
And think about it. You sacrifice for so many different things. If you have a financial goal, you're going to sacrifice where you spend your money because you're saving up to buy a bigger purchase, to invest in something, to start a business. If you're talking about trying to lose weight, don't you have to sacrifice certain foods that you eat? You have to sacrifice sleep by getting up in the morning, going to the gym, following a particular routine or rhythm. If you have a career, you have to sacrifice your time, in essence, to do what is necessary, to go the extra mile, to make things happen. In every facet of life, with every goal you have, you are sacrificing. So if we know that the key to success is sacrifice in some area, as Danielle said, giving up something now for the sake of something later, why can't you do the same thing in your marriage?
Come on now, come on, tell them. It's Aliska. Aliska says the more you do it, the easier it will become. That's so true. It's like
true.
Learning anything. I say this all the time, that when we were working out some of our issues, Hassani and I were doing things like robots. Like, this is what he needs. This is what she needs. It did not feel natural until it did. And the more we practice certain aspects of our marriage, the easier it got. So that is absolutely true. Point number 2 is time. Spend a significant amount of time with your spouse. And I know that we're all busy and we have a lot going on. And so maybe we don't have a lot of time. There are some of us that literally we're like passing ships with our job schedules, even now. But the time that you do have, how do you share your time? Hassani could be in this office all day sometimes.
That's true.
And my schedule is a lot more flexible. I have the kids and other things to do. So I have my sessions and then I go with the kids and I'm all over the place. But when he is free, he will peek his head out of that office. He will come and spend time with the kids, jump on the couch with us and spend those free moments with us, because we understand and we know that we are his priority. I am his priority. So it's as simple as that. Just finding those little nuggets of space and time to actually spend with your partner.
You know, the reality is time is so critically important, right?
Alicia, we got you, Alicia.
And so what happens is this. In our book, The Audacity of Marriage, there's a chapter entitled How to Have a Time-Rich Marriage. The reality is, once you say I do, oftentimes our relationship is the lowest thing on our list of priorities, because we're dealing with work, we're dealing with extracurricular activities, we're a part of organizations, we serve in the church, we have our own personal time, and we give our spouse the leftovers. You know, according to the US and UK statistics, the average couple engages in 4 minutes of conversation a day, which is pathetic. And usually that time is broken up at the 2 most inconvenient times of the day: early in the morning as you are racing to leave for work, and late at night when you come home from an exhaustive day at work. And think about it, 4 minutes, you spend 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day building relationships with colleagues, talking to clients, talking to the people who you work with, your team. You're developing stronger relationships outside of your home than you are within your home. So you've got to give your spouse time, because that is the crux, that is the core, that is the foundation. Time, right? The more time you invest in something, the more value you see in it. And so get back to spending more time with your partner, because that's how you're going to take your relationship to the next level.
Absolutely. Next point is energy. Aggressively seek to be emotionally and physically connected. Use your energy. How can we do that, Hassani?
How do you use your energy? Well, we're made up of energy, but the point is,
we're made up of energy.
We? Think about it. You wake up in the morning, you have a burst of energy, or you wake up in the morning saying, oh my God, I need 10, 15 more minutes. But the point is, in everything in life, you put your energy towards something. But a lot of times we hear couples say all the time, I just feel like I'm the only one in this relationship working on things. I'm the only one reading. I'm the only one studying. I'm the only one praying. I'm the only one willing to go to counseling. I'm the only one willing to do all the work. My spouse doesn't give the same level of energy that I give. And so that could make someone feel devalued, abandoned, rejected, as if you don't care. They begin to question the relationship. So it's critically important that you give each other
energy. I hear a lot of women complain about that because women are usually running raggedy, doing a lot of things, pouring energy into their spouses, or maybe not necessarily always into their spouses, but into their families, into work, and into a lot of things. And so simple things like cooking, serving a plate of food, that's giving your energy towards something. Just doing something special and unique that allows your partner to know that you care. And I think that for many women, we would like to see some of our husbands step up and do it. Hassani is very well mannered as a husband. He takes out the garbage. He knows how to do laundry. He knows how to clean up the kitchen. So he shares his energy with me regarding tasks and things that I have to do around the house. So that is how you could share your energy also with your spouse.
Absolutely.
Last point is, you can do that one because it's missing for me.
Attitude.
There we go.
Attitude that listen, a person's attitude determines their altitude.
Yes.
Okay. And so it's critically important that you go. There's nothing worse than your partner making a request of you and you're like, fine. All right. I said I'd do it. Fine. I'll do it.
The worst.
Don't do it.
It's the worst.
Just don't do it.
Please don't do it at all. Yeah, absolutely.
And so the reality is, if you don't go in with the right attitude, you really diminish your partner's willingness to even want to receive what it is that you're talking about. And so listen, at the end of the day, you have to have a positive, encouraging attitude about life, about marriage, about your future. If you are pessimistic, if you are doubtful, if you are hopeless, it just puts such a cloud over your marriage. You've got to have something that encourages you, that inspires you, that takes you to the next level.
Yes.
I don't care where you are. You can be in a dark situation. You need to shift the way you think to get to a new reality.
That attitude is huge. Because you think about something like what Hassani said about, can you do this for me? And I remember thinking about that in our marriage. We would have these moments where I would want Hassani to want to do it. Like whatever the thing is, it's just like, I want you to want to do it. And he's just like, but I did it, but I want you to want to do it. So even if you don't truly want to do the thing, the attitude, it is key. How you show up in life in general is key. If your boss asked you to do something,
I was thinking
you
the
are
same
not
thing.
going to have an attitude. You are not going to give him any grief. You're going to be like, yes, sir. Yes, boss. Thank you very much. No problem. And then when you turn around, then you're going to make the faces and have the attitude. Do that. Offer that concession to your spouse. Offer the ability to hold it in, hold your emotions in until they can't see you, and do it with a good attitude. It will take you very far.
We talk about communication, and a lot of it that's off-putting is your tone and your facial expressions, the way that you approach things. And so that all contributes to your attitude. Mm-hmm. And you're right. You could lose your job for having the wrong attitude.
You really
because
can.
It impacts the morale of the entire team.
Mm-hmm.
And so likewise, you're impacting the morale in a good way or in a negative way in your household by how you show up. So stick your chin up, stick your chest out, put a smile on. A smile can go a long way. Because you're exuding a certain energy.
Yeah. And so, then when they walk away, then you can roll your eyes until you no longer roll your eyes.
That's
because like we said earlier, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and it becomes natural. Have you ever seen, if you go somewhere and you see a husband, let's just flip it a little bit, making a plate for his wife? Right? It's at a picnic or something, and he's making a plate, and you see the other guy sitting around watching. Well, it's natural for him. He has learned the art of prioritizing his wife.
That's right.
Same thing for women when you see him do it, and you watching all the other bystanders and everybody fending for themselves. So let it become natural for you.
That's right.
And I see Alicia says body language. Yes, fake it till you make it.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Amen. Fake it till you make it.
Felicia says 100.
Yes.
That's right. So hopefully you got something out of this conversation. Hopefully it was something that was encouraging to you. We want to come on and give you some tips and some techniques and some guidelines that will shift the trajectory of your relationship. And listen, before we go, we're on here every day between 8 and 8:30 roughly. So tune in. But listen, if you're not a part of our Audacity of Marriage Facebook group, go over to it right now, request to join. Listen, we would love for you to be a part of the community where we're constantly trying to feed each other, share with each other to take our relationships to the next level. The other thing is go on YouTube, on our Couples Academy YouTube page, and subscribe. We're constantly creating content that will impact you and impact your marriage. And number 3, listen, is it next week? It's next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
July 8th.
July 8th. It is not too late. We are having our 3-day Audacity of Marriage Home Edition. The last time we did this, we had, I think, 200 people from all over the world that was a part of this experience. And they've been calling for it. They've been asking for it. So we're doing it again.
And we're doing it better.
And we're doing it better. And so it's not too late to sign up. You'll notice in the description, there's a link you can click on. Also, we'll make sure we put it in the comments. It is free. All you need to do is register and get in.
And make sure you register today because I'm mailing out experience packets today. And so if you miss, actually, it's going to either be today or tomorrow. We'll see what comes. But if you miss that mail out, then you're going to receive your experience packets via email, and there'll be obviously less things in there. So make sure you register today so you can get all the goodies in the experience packet.
So guys, we love you. We will see you on tomorrow. Take care.